in the NFL draft.
Hey, make us lunch. We're hungry.
Yo, everybody, how you doing? So, the question for Sixers fans now is this. Can the Sixers make the playoffs? Do we have a legitimate shot to make the playoffs? Now, I'm going to answer that, and I'm going to talk about just how I overall see the NBA and where it's been going and where the Sixers fit into this. So I apologize if I sound almost like a stream of consciousness, but just got a lot of thoughts going on in my mind. I don't really script what I say, I just say it. So I'm just going to start rambling. And I apologize, but I need to get it out. I need to vent. Now, the Sixers can make the playoffs. When you have a team that won 28 games with the hurt Embiid, no Ben Simmons, and now you're going to add Embiid, and if he can stay healthy by himself, they should win over 40 games. Now you add Redick, you add a guy like Ben Simmons and Fultz, who were rookies, but still should be able to contribute and make the team better. Now, you look at teams like Indiana, who lost Paul George, and the East really, personally, I think you have Cleveland and Boston, and those are your premier teams in the East. And I think Washington's good too. But after that, I don't know how great all those other teams are. The Sixers aren't going to be a third seed. They're not going to be a fourth seed. I'm not saying that. But I think that somewhere between a 6th seed and an 8th seed, maybe even a 5th seed, is possible. Okay? Especially if this team stays healthy. Especially if Joel Embiid stays healthy. Now, George went to the Thunder, and he's gone, right? Most of the league, the way it works today is the teams, the players, the stars, they get together with their friends and the other stars, and then they want to go have these mini super teams that are almost like NBA Jam. Remember that game where it was like 3-on-3 NBA Jam? That's what it feels like. And the whole league is kind of shifting that way. Everybody's trying to build their super team to compete with the other super teams, right? LeBron did it with Miami, then he do it with Cleveland, and the Golden State, who built a team through the draft, then went out and got Durant. I don't think they're as bad as other teams, but they're still a powerhouse because of the way they drafted. And because Durant went there and won, people look at it the same way. And you got teams like Houston, and now Thunder's doing it, and these players are going out, and they're all joining forces and are trying to win a championship. I personally hate the super team type thing. I really hate it. I think it makes the season not as good. I think it makes the early rounds of the playoffs not as good, and I don't like it, But at the same time, the players have a right to do it. The teams have a right to do it. It's the rules that they've been given. And you can't hold it against them for doing what is in the rules. Just like Sam Hinkie used the rules that were put in front of him to build the Sixers up through the draft and get assets. And I don't think the NBA should have been holding it against him, but they do. Now, I think that this whole super team thing that we're seeing is going to continue. I think people are going to get tired of it and start to not like it. There's something like special about a player or a team that, builds their own team, suffers and struggles, and then they rise above it to win. Even Jordan with Detroit, Dr. J struggled for many years to win a championship, but they did it. And there's something about that with these super teams seems like it's disappearing. That's just my opinion. Now, I think that these teams are going to continue their whole super mini teams, and it's going to happen here in Houston. It's going to happen, and that's what's going to happen with the league. People are going to get frustrated, and the Sixers, people are going to look to the Sixers and say, here's a team that built through the draft. Here's a team that built a core. And they're going to become the darlings of the NBA because people are going to see them as the team to go out and beat these super teams, the old-fashioned way. And I think that the Sixers are quickly becoming, or are quickly on the track, on the right road to become the darlings of the NBA again. Just like they were back in the day when they had Dr. J in '83 and everybody loved that Sixer team. So that's what I see is happening now. And I think this year with Redick and with Fultz and with Simmons and with all of them coming in, I think the Sixers are definitely going to be a playoff team. I think they're definite between seeds 5 and 8. And I'm so excited about this. I hope you are too. But the Sixers are on the way to the playoffs. Take care. Talk to you later. Don't be a dingbat.